Hey guys, HC Crypto here, and welcome back to the channel. So don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, hit the notifications bell to stay informed. So things are looking really good for the LUNC blockchain at the moment, and more or less I think we're down to a very core community once again where everybody seems to just understand this isn't something we're going to be able to fix within a matter of a year, 2 years. There's a lot that goes into this, and what we need to all understand is there's so many different gears when it comes to the chain and what kind of like moves it. And so many people have got opinions when it comes down to things and how things should really play out. Obviously, that doesn't help us when we're trying to move fast. I've always found the faster we move, the worse it gets. We've been moving pretty slow. The good thing is at the moment, the chain itself is beginning to trend again. We're seeing LUNC community coming up trending. We're seeing different projects making good headway. But more importantly is to understand that the upgrade that just happened was very good. It was very successful, and considering there was a lot more that went into this one, people had to prepare for it, and the information wasn't distributed too well. It was a very successful update, and it went off without a hitch. And we're starting to get lots of different cool tools that we can use and utilize to actually schedule these updates. So it's been really interesting kind of week for me understanding and learning about these new technologies that are becoming available to our blockchain. So there are lots of different ins and outs when it comes down to what should Genuine Labs do next. And realistically, they should look to the community in this scenario. I don't know if they're going to, but I think it's important to understand L1s, L2s, but then more importantly to understand that we don't know what Genuine Labs' full capability is. They might be able to do L2 stuff. So when it comes down to really what to go for next, considering everything's paid per job, it needs to be one thing. So for me, Astroport would definitely be something that's a layer two. Now, if they was willing to take that on board, that would probably be a really good next step. And then on top of that, getting tax to gas sorted. The reason why I say this is these are very, very core issues that we need to solve more or less. We're a layer one blockchain that doesn't come with all of the bells and whistles, and some of those bells and whistles come with our own swapping system. Now, we know it as Astroport. If we relaunched it, if we fixed it, we could call it Clastroport or Classic Port, whatever you want. That sounded like an STD, Clastroport. Yeah, dude, I caught that Clastroport last month. Oh yeah, I've really heard about it. It's a bad one. Absolute sidetracking there. But hey, you could just name it something like that, and it could just become the native swapping system for our blockchain. Obviously, this is going to need liquidity pools. There's already liquidity there, but we're definitely going to need to commit some more to it. Fortunately for us, we've got a decent community pool. We've got a decent amount of USTC, which could possibly be used as liquidity. And then we've got a decent amount of LUNC as well. So when it comes down to what I think they should do next, I'm just one person, and I don't want to really to have much of a heavy opinion on this, so to speak, because of the simple fact that there's lots of different things that are going on with the blockchain that we just don't know about as developers do. And they have a far better understanding. But if I was to say, what do I think they should go for next? I would definitely say Astroport if possible. If not, then we should probably look to hire an L2 team on a paid per job to get that done. But the fixing of the tax to gas, and more or less taking that whole scenario, which is a huge mess at the moment, and tidying it up. In essence, I've explained this in very simple terms. We've got a wardrobe that is very messy. If we tidy the wardrobe up, it's going to be far more presentable and acceptable. And then the burn tax becomes part of the system. And that's the whole idea of it being tax to gas, because everything goes from being all of these different taxes, burn taxes, it just goes to one simple gas fee. And it's much easier for us to then put forward that we just burn on the transaction. We are hyperdeflationary, although it's going to take some time to get through those coins. We're doing our utmost best to get it done. So these are really, 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 really important points, I think, when it comes to what they should do next. But let me know what you think that they should do next in the comment section. So something else I'm starting to find would probably be very beneficial is like a bounty board of some sort. And I know it sounds kind of crude. It could sound quite centralized, and it could be quite centralized. But I think there's got to be a method where the community themselves can put up jobs that they would like to get done, even if it's a section in the Commonwealth, for example. Instead of cluttering up the actual on-chain stuff, maybe put it on the Commonwealth to have a section in there of community suggestions for development routes moving forward, because it's really nice to hear everybody's perspective, whether it's positive or negative. I still want to hear those perspectives moving forward. So let's take a look at what Frag's doing, because I think this is a really important point. So implementation of proposal 12098, and then going on the paid per job guidelines. And this means that he'll be doing a job which he will just be paid for, that job being paid per job. So there you go, a developer conforming to that. So let's move over and we'll get this proposal up. So this is actually changing the reward share of the distribution of the burn tax. So we've gone through this before in a video, so I'm not going to bore you with all of this because I want to kind of go over the price quickly here at the end, and I don't want this video to drag on too long. But this is good. I would say we need to make every effort possible to just try and make things better. Now, I'll leave a link to this so you can go through it. You can backtrack, do your own research and all of those kind of things. Because more importantly, a lot of people are wanting to see the SDK move forward. Now, I myself understand enough to know that SDKs are tricky, and newer SDKs should be tried and tested by big chains that have got big development teams, and they can really try and test these SDKs and get them ready for smaller blockchains like ourselves. Not to say we're very small, we just don't have those kind of resources to hand. And like I was saying at the beginning, we don't want to start to run before we can walk. I think we've just got off of the limping stage and we're starting to walk again now. Everybody just seems to be getting on with stuff, and it's really, really good. The price is seemingly moving very well. And the reason why I'm saying this is we're getting tighter and tighter together on this trend line. So I went over this in a previous video, and you can see between that low and high, there's a pretty substantial gap. And then that gap's getting smaller. And then once again, getting smaller. So currently what it looks like is happening is it wants to punch out again. And what I would say is this is pretty much a flag that we're currently seeing. And I think we're going to get to the end of this and we could see a move upwards. And this is really important because the chain itself has a substantial market cap. We're not a meme coin. We don't have a substantial amount of inflow. Now, what I would definitely say is, and I'll keep saying it, the meme coin market's hot. So on top of having a bounty board, I think it's time to introduce some kind of token factory into the Terra Classic system and make it effortless for anyone to create a meme coin, put the liquidity into it. Yes, there's a lot of risks that come with that, but this is DeFi and the market is going mad for meme coins. And any good blockchain worth their salt looks at the market around them and then they readjust. And it's kind of like the responsible thing to do. Even if it seems like, oh, we would just be copying what everybody else is doing. Okay, but everybody else is doing it. Does that mean we should conform? Absolutely not. But is it going to benefit this blockchain if we start to do that? And the answer and the likelihood of that is probably yes, because it's going to bring more liquidity. It's going to bring more holders. We could possibly see people diving to meme coins on Lunar Classic and then get involved with the layer 1 coin as well. And what is more important when you've got a token factory, you're pumping out meme coins, you need a swapping system and it needs to be on chain. And I know we have a lot of great layer 2 apps, and we've got a lot of great developers, and we've got a lot of different dexes and all of these awesome systems. But the chain definitely should be the one to prosper and profit from something like this, because if it does, it will boost all of the L2s, it will boost all of the other projects that are on the chain, and more importantly, everybody can benefit instead of just like one deck simply benefiting from an L1's blockchain community. And these are really important points. And this is not to say that there's evil people that are doing evil things and stuff like this. I'm just thinking of things from a business perspective at this point. So this is really all important stuff. Let me know what you think about all of this. Definitely let me know what you think about what Genuine Labs should work on next. It's really interesting to see all of the different kind of suggestions that are coming forward, and all of the people that want to do different things, whether it's with USTC or LUNC. All important stuff, folks. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, hit the notifications bell to stay informed. Sorry about my quiet voice. Sorry about it being scratchy and a little bit slow. I've had 18 stitches in my throat to correct some scar tissue that opened up, but back on form. Videos coming. My voice is just going to sound a little bit croaky for the next few days. Stay safe, stay humble, stay aware, beware of scammers, doppelgangers, anybody pretending to be me. I'll catch you in the next one.